How's it? Well, welcome back. So I have yet another great question to go over and shoot a quick response to. And like my comments section as of late has been going off, so much appreciation to everyone who's been contributing to that as of late. And so this question has to do with the frequencies when it comes to binaural beats and light machines, and specifically the theta frequency. And this comment comes from Jack on YouTube, and he writes, I saw the interview you did with the creator of the LOOM light, and the thing that I'm most curious about that hasn't been addressed yet in your video series on this product or the interview with him is why he didn't include a theta frequency, which is supposedly better at inducing deep meditation / deep trance states, which is what all the gateway tapes use to get you into the different focus levels, ? And I do think that's right. Granted, I'm not really paying attention to what Robert is saying on the gateway tapes, and I'm not also paying any attention to the different frequencies he's trying to get you into. But I do know he brings up theta, so that sounds right to me at least. I don't know if you have any experience with any theta frequencies using other light machines, but if you do, I'd love to know if there's any discernible difference in depth of meditation regarding that frequency, and of course between alpha and delta. So yeah, both my Casino, which is now dead, and my Enkidu can both put out theta frequencies, so I have messed around with them before. But to be honest, I don't pay attention to the frequency that they're putting out really at all anymore. I used to back in the day when I first got into the binaural beats and I first got my first light machine, or my machine, because the first one I had was the Casino. I used to pay attention to it a lot, but I couldn't really tell a difference then when I was paying attention to it, and I pretty quickly just started to go with the tracks that I liked. Basically the sounds that were coming out of it. They were more musically pleasing, although they're not all like really music type of tracks. And ever since then, I've never really gone back and started paying attention to the different frequencies of it. However, I did go ahead and try out a quick theta session with my Enkidu light just now, and it worked. I got to a nice meditative state with it, but I couldn't really tell. It didn't really seem any different from the past sessions I've done with my different mind light machines and binaural beat sessions. So yeah, I think I'm kind of like the wrong person to ask this, because I've never really been able to tell much of a difference off of the different frequencies. And like I've said in some of my other videos as well, I find binaural beats for me work essentially just as good as some other generic meditation track I find on YouTube with ambient pleasing background noise, or just some nice mellow meditation type music. I can get essentially to the same type of deep meditative state using any and all of that. My light just died. All right, it came back on. Something I can do though is I can go ahead and I can link up oh god, I'm forgetting his name right now, but the creator of the LOOM light. I can I'll link him in the comments, and he's really good at responding back to stuff, so I'm sure he'll go ahead and get back to you. And actually, I was in they have this little coffee talk meeting with the LOOM light creator guys, and in there I do remember they were talking about why he chose the different frequencies to go into the LOOM light, but I forget his answer. But I'm sure he'll hop up in there and give you a reply. Anyway, great question. Sorry I couldn't really give you a better answer, but anyway, that's it. Thanks for the comment, and until the next video, keep your meditation practice legit. Good morning. I feel like I still got my sleepy face on, but we'll power through this really quick anyway. And also, this being the morning, you'll be able to hear the chickens going off just like that, like they always do, man. There's a bunch of strays around here, plus my neighbor's got a bunch of chickens, so it's like this every morning. Anyway, I just wanted to shoot a quick follow-up to the video I posted right now, that Joel, the creator of Light Bath and the LOOM light, did get up into the comments and respond back to the person who had the question about the LOOM light not having a dedicated program in it to the theta frequency. And to sum up the response, it was essentially that, well, it doesn't have a dedicated frequency to theta. The different programs it does have on it cross over theta, so it should pair perfectly with binaural beats that are in the theta frequency. So that's it. Peace.